good break. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
want to
I just
message
started
playing.
up the live stream now. I'll do the intro and then I'll get on with the
Okay.
questions. Uh, hey, what's up, guys? It is Chiguy or Chiguy here. I'm here with Death Dragon. He's a good KF2 player. I play with him every so often on the game, and I'm just gonna ask him basic questions about the game, just like his loadout, his setups, what weapons he uses, what's his favorite maps, and all that stuff. So, without further ado, Death Dragon, what's up?
So,
Hey, what perk do you usually run whenever you do just like a typical Hell on Earth match?
solo or with people?
Uh, let's say both. Let's do solo first and then multiplayer.
Solo, I usually run Commando Gunslinger,
Okay.
and
Uh,
for multiplayer, I usually run Commando Support Medic, Gunslinger Sharpshooter, and sometimes if the match is like no demo or Firebrook, I look at it some time to time.
and would you say you had more luck with um, gunslinger or sharpshooter? Since like you don't really have a main, you're just like
Yeah,
use
I
any
always
perk you
choose
want.
whatever. Yeah. When I started the game, I usually pick a lot of Gunslinger because I like dual wheel handguns. So
Okay.
that was my shit when I started playing this game. But then when I get more experience, I'm like, you know what? I can use all perks and be good at it.
Yeah, and so um, usually when I run gunslinger, I usually just go with the Glocks or in the like for solo. I'll for boss waves I'll use the center fire with the Glocks or even the Desert Eagles or 2011s
Yeah.
because I know those are really powerful. But
Yeah, I never use Centerfire with Gunslinger or either Sharpshooter.
you haven't, bro. It's kind of good.
No. I've seen people playing it. I'm like, damn, looks good, but I don't know. I never used the Winchesters.
Yeah. Um. I mean, you'd have to be very skilled. I saw one person that was in Andresco pull it off with the Winchester when he was like a berserker though. So I guess that really doesn't count.
Yeah.
Uh, but I would say like yeah, I barely run sharpshooter or any of the gun perks for that matter, but I would probably say my go-to would be commando or even support. I'd say for
Really?
beginners,
I've
support would
never
be
hit.
better.
Yeah, I never seen you playing Commando before.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, it's
No, I only see you playing support,
I just made
like gun
a
perk.
I just made a live stream with a pro team when I was a commando. We were doing it on Curly and Hamlet.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, it's a fun perk to go with. If you know what you're doing, obviously. But
Yeah, especially on set times.
yeah. Um. So when you run like a multiplayer match, do you have like a go-to team, or do you have any favorite players you like to play with, or do you just not care who you play with?
Yeah, I really don't care what I join. Like join games, I'm like, oh, a game.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I play for fun, but sometimes I play serious. So yeah, I see good people. I'm like, ah, good people. But if I see a Hell on Earth match and I see people like no prestige and doesn't know how to play, I'm like, I'm like, you can stay, but if some people say you're going to go out, then not my problem. So
Mm-hmm.
you better off going for the pro team. Like they are like, you know what, you're going out, so okay, let's kick him because if people are going, like you cannot play like this, you need tactic and go out there. I'm like, you can kick him because there's an option for that to kick players.
Yeah. Uh, would
But I always keep them because if they die, extra dodge.
yeah. I mean, I try not to kick players who will like, even though like,
Yeah.
if I know how a team like vibes, like when I was just on that pro team like a couple of days ago, and Andre Camargo came in, and I know he was a Firebug main, and
Oh
he
yeah,
was
I know
insta
that guy.
kicked. He was insta kicked because we didn't want a Firebug. It wasn't
No,
because of his.
I've played with him before. He's like a firebug mate, but he's toxic.
Yeah.
I played with him like more almost like a year. I'm like, oh my gosh, Andre. I'm like, oh no. And I seen people pick him. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, here we go. Big vote. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. It's like that with some players, you know.
Yeah, he's a toxic firebug. Like 100%. He's like, oh, this is great. Or flashbang. Don't shoot him. And Molotov. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, and just the like tendencies of a firebug. They're just mainly pissing off other Zeds, bigger
Flashbangs.
Zeds,
Yeah.
to make it harder. Yeah, I know the feeling. Uh, that's it. So like if you had to rank like players, like who would you like say would be at like your top, like the best of the best, and then like going down from there? Like, do you have any
You-
players that like catch your attention or?
there's a lot of players that are good at this game because I always play Hell on Earth. I've
Mm-hmm.
been 2 years playing this game, so I know everything. And I'm like, oh, Hell on Earth, I'm gonna go play. But there's always like the same person playing Hell on Earth on East.
Mm-hmm.
So there's you. I mean, I don't know so many people, so I need to check. Let me check the list of people.
Yeah,
We
sure.
got Ju, Forsen, Crazy Cat, Sanitari, Petite. Let me go to what's the group? Destroyers. Like I've been playing like a lot of people like Ju, me obviously, Forsen, Goro di Solemina,
Uh-huh.
Jalexa. I've playing before with MLG21, but I never seen him before now.
Mm-hmm.
I play with Petit, 4C, Sanitar.
When I made my
The
list.
cut guy. Yeah, stretching and Semidoid. That's like the only people I see him playing with you when I join. And the game is always a win because pro players like what the fuck.
Yeah, when I see like when I made that list, like I'd say like a couple months ago, I had foreseen number one sharpshooter. Because I made a
Yeah, I've seen
list.
him playing. I see him playing sharpshooter and he's like never misses a headshot.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn boy.
he reacted to my list, and he said that was crazy. He didn't even think he was number one. He was like, "Yeah, I put you at number one." Yeah,
Yeah, but he doesn't miss it. How you see him play sharpshooter?
yeah. I think.
I'm like, oh, there's a Craig blank headshot. I'm like, yo, what the fuck were you?
Mm, yeah, he's really good. He's
Yeah, I don't use crossbow and the railgun, and he uses like no other day. He's like and done. I'm like, damn, bro. I only use the M14 and the FM4.
right. Uh, that's usually my go-to too. Whenever I'm running like commando or sharp, oh, not commando, but like sharpshooter, because
Yeah,
I don't have
when
the
I play
patience to
sharpshooter,
use like single shot weapons mostly. Only when
yeah,
maybe the center fire, but other than that, I'd have to say like probably the moisten to get because you can parry with that weapon.
yeah, that's the only good thing about that one. Parry. Like there's a flash gun you get parry.
Uh,
But
yeah.
when I play sharpshooter, I use rock 'em up on the M14 and the FM4 because remember you're at level 25 and every headshot there's a 5% chance you can trigger set time. So every bullet you hit, so that's why when you see a sharpshooter with M14 or the FM4, you see more and more set time, and because you're shooting more bullets.
Uh huh. Like, what would you say like your go-to map is? Like your favorite map in that game?
Hmm. When I started the game, my favorite map was Biolabs and Set Landing. Then when the maps came coming out, then Elysium was a good map for gun perks.
Mm-hmm.
And now, today, I say Nuke, Elysium, Set Landing, but I barely played that map. Containment Station and Outpost and Biolabs.
Yeah, I used to play Outpost. I mean, I still do, but like not all that much.
Yeah, but I can play all maps. It doesn't matter for me. All maps are good. But some maps are beneficial for some perks.
Yeah, yeah.
Like on timer station where support it's like hella fun. You can like hold a checkpoint, you can
Mm-hmm.
you have a nail gun at A12 when uh the armor piercing shot, like you already had already penetration, but why not give it more penetration? And we use the nail gun and you upgrade that shit like 2 times. And you have the high capacity magazines, just like broken. Like you can see the Q feed go.
I had one of the games recorded where I think it was on hostile grounds. We had Hans Volter. It was me, you, and I forget who else. But that time that you made with Commando on Hans. And I think I was Firebug. Uh,
Oh
I
yeah,
got
that's why I use Commander for when I use Commander and we have 25s and there's Firebox and Gunslinger. I'm like perfect. I'm stay Commando till the boss. When if we get Hans, if you get Hans Patriarch and Abomination, Commando is very good because when all the clots, slashers, all the small cells, like you can kill it in one shot with commando. And set time hits, you're like, bloop, bloop, bloop. And the fireball and the gunshot go and facing the hands or pecker, you can go in slow motion, like it's good. I seen Abomination go out, like the Abomination has like a half health, and I was commando one game and set time hits and biolabs. I'm like, black, black, and you can see the health going and die because there was 2 firebucks and a gunslinger, and the boss was like dead.
yeah. Yeah, I was really doing my thing whenever you were doing your thing for Z time, like on Hans, like, cause we got him to like his third or his fourth phase within a matter of like seconds.
Yeah,
And
because it's like how many set like 20 seconds of set times, like 20 seconds set times is a lot.
yeah, um, I don't know
Especially
if like
a healer's rifle in slow motion, it's like overpower.
hmm uh
That's why I always time play commander. People like, why are you all the way over there? Because when set time hits and the small set spawn, you can fuck the boss.
jeez.
And I do my thing, you do your thing.
So like whenever it comes to like helping out randoms and low levels on that game, like I know like some of the like more experienced players try to help out and just like try to
Hmm.
like be the bigger guy and like influence these guys to like play
Yeah.
or just help out in general. Like have you ever like had one of those moments where like you were just like an experienced player like helping low levels or just carrying a team rather?
Yeah, yesterday there was a new guy playing, it's like level 15 survivalist, and all of us, our prestige max, we're playing Elysium, and he was using the AC-12 multi-action and the medic shotgun. I'm like, dude, if you're going to use two shotguns, at least play support. Like, you got more benefit on support than the survivalist.
Uh-huh.
But you know, new player tend to not pay attention what I just say unless they have a mic.
Right. uh
So he never changed to support. He's like, stay survivalist using two shotguns. I'm like, the point of survivalist is like you use one weapon that is different from the other weapon. Like for example, using the M16 and a shotgun. You have three perks. You have commando, demo, and support. Plus, you have the level 15, I believe, the more space. Yeah, weapon harness. You can swap like a third weapon, like a handgun, a berserker weapon.
yeah, I totally agree there. Like I've only had like a couple of instances where like I was like competing like really try hard sweat mode, like trying to get these guys like a win. And I think
Yeah,
I didn't have it recorded though, but I think I'm pretty sure it was Biolab on 4 Wave, and I was the Berserker whenever the Berserker had all the buffs and everything. And it was just I forget. They were all prestige 0. Like I wouldn't say anything higher than level 15.
10. Oh, damn.
And um, I think it kind of lucked out when we had Abomination because we all won. But yeah, there
Well,
are
let's play
plenty of times
Revolution.
where I like tried and failed mostly.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I fail a lot of times whenever trying to do that because it's really hard.
Yeah, when I see a lot of low level players, and there's nobody like we know that play with us, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play medic, but if it doesn't work out, I'm like, leave. Because a lot of times I'm playing alone, and I'm like, four, three players like are new. I'm like, I'm going to play medic because I'm not dealing with this.
Right. Um, would you say like was there ever like a instance where like you were just having one of those bad days where like you were you died like almost every wave, or you weren't playing to the best of your like ability or whatever?
Mm, I haven't got those bad days. If I die, I die because I did something stupid. But I never get mad that much. But if I die, and it's because homeboy was blocking me or doing something they were supposed to do, like raging a fleshbound or a scrake when I'm in front. Because there I get mad. Because there's sometimes I'm playing commando and I see a scrake and a fleshbound. I'm like, I got a scrake and a fleshbound. And I kill all the sets on the round, the big sets. And when they're getting close, I back out. When I back out, they go plan, plan, plan. I'm like, no, wait, stun or help me. No, he shoots it and goes away. I'm like, why?
Yeah, that kind of gets me pissed whenever that happens to me too. I mean, it doesn't really happen because, like, I'm mostly like a bug main, uh,
Yeah.
but I would say, like, if people are doing that, it's best to just go to another side of the map and just keep doing your thing. But yeah, definitely see where you come from. Uh, so
Also,
like,
yeah, I like to do it. I like doing that when there's a medic and I see a player is like low health and there's a big set. I always go on front of that player and take the hit or I like shield. That's why I say when I say look at me, that's because I'm going to that big set and going on front of the player so he doesn't get killed.
what perks do you
That's
run
why
as a
I
medic?
the skills.
All left.
I
Yeah.
usually go left, left, right, left, left. I always use acid rounds
Oh,
with
acidic
the
rounds. Yeah.
acid rounds with the health thrower is pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But if you're going to play like because I doesn't use the focus injection because it's only 20% damage. Like we already do a lot of damage because it's all 25. And having set panic is basically a good trade
Mhm.
because there's sometimes there's a fleshbound rage and when acid round hits there's a 50-50 that fleshbound is going to calm down and start panicking. And when that happens, a SWAT and a sharpshooter can throw a stun or a freeze grenade and do their stuff. But I don't run medic that much because there's a lot of times like when Crazy Cat is playing, he's always a medic main.
Mhm.
And some people use medic. I'm like, okay, you're going to use medic, I'm going to use something else.
Yeah, I just rely on that person. I guess you have a lot of trust in those guys, because
Yeah.
if it's someone I don't know who's running medic, I'd probably run a double medic on boss wave. I know that's what Ninja does a lot. One of my friends,
Oh
because
yeah.
the lack of trust is like out there, because you don't know whether how long they're gonna live or whether you're gonna need them or not.
If I see a player using a random a medic and I see they're using a 501 and the boss hits and I see they're still using the 501, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to change medic. Or if I'm a commando, I buy the 401 because the 501 on boss waves is like not really that good. You better off using two weapons like darts. You go darts. Because the grenades are good, yeah, but you don't have the health advantage of healing players fast.
Yeah.
That's why I always use the Hemogoblin and the 401 from boss.
So, uh, what would you say you run the same like medic weapons you would as a commando if you were like a regular medic? Like the
Sometimes,
401
depending,
and or
501.
besides the heal thrower.
When I'm playing medic on regular waves to 2 to 4, I always use 501, health thrower. Sometimes I switch the 501 for the Hemogoblin. Depends on the map. And when boss hits, I sell all the weapons and I buy the 401 and the Hemogoblin.
Yeah, I think the 501 is my go-to too. Uh, uh, there have been a lot of instances where like the 501 has got me a lot. It got me out of tricky situations.
Yeah.
And
It's an instant grenade because you can throw the grenade, you got to wait for it to pop. Not like the 501s, you can shoot it under your feet and it pops fast.
mhm, yeah. Aren't you like I do it whatever it's like a
Yeah, it's like
last
an impact
survivor
grenade.
type thing, and there's like 50 to 100 Zeds I still got left. I'd probably just run in circles and start spamming that R1 where just popping off nades from that thing, and as soon as you know, get like 100 down to like 40 or 30.
Yeah. That's why you see when you can see the bus rounds and you see like everybody dies and you see the medic alive, you can always see they're always using the 501 and you're like, oh, here we go. And you can see them running in circles with the 501 in your feet and you go ta, 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 on the bus. Because medic on bus waves alone, they can carry the game, but if you want your team alive, you better have selling that gun and getting the 401.
Uh huh. Yeah,
Because yeah, every time I see.
I don't usually run the 401 unless if it's like a containment station or it's like something that shoots multiple needles really fast, like the Hemo Goblet or like the shotgun.
Yeah, yeah. The medic. Well, you have the medic with acid rounds, and you're using the Incision, I believe it's the railgun medic,
Yeah.
where you can shoot that thing on scrapes and fleshbound. Your EMP, the big set, and your poison, the set. So you have like two damage multiplier. Your acid and the EMP. So if you see a flashbang and you know it's going to go rage, shoot the gun and the sharpshooter or SWAT throw a stun and go ham.
Hmm. Sorry, I was just looking at stuff. Uh, so like, um, another question. So when it comes to like, if you had to choose your team, like you could choose 5 players, not including yourself, for like a 10 wave, like actual try hard map. Who would you go with? Like, like tell me your 5 players, like and why.
Mm, I also like some people, but for a medic, where's it got? We got a medic already. We
Uh
got a
huh.
firebug, you. We got a berserker, Forsen.
Okay.
There's 3 people.
Yeah.
I need like 2 more or six.
2, because you're not including yourself. So it's
Okay,
you and
so I have you.
yeah. I'm saying it's you and then 5 other people. So you don't include
Okay.
yourself, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so we have a medic, Vertical. We have a berserker, Orson. We have you, Firebug, a demo. I seen Goro D Solemia as demo a lot, so she's a very good demo as well. 4 people, and we can add like I don't know, gunslinger sharpshooter, so 4C.
Yeah. You think that would be the team that would just like completely dominate, just win every single map 10 wave hell on earth?
Yeah, because we have the best medic, Crazy Cat. We have you as a best firebug, and Goro is a good demo, and Fortune is like a good tanking with the Berserker. And we have a best sharpshooter. And I can use, I don't know, commando or support.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if I agree with like Goro as a demo, but like I can see that, you know, most of it.
Yeah, I say that because I never seen, I believe, a demo. I mean, because yesterday I was playing a lot with Goro, and she was using demo a lot, and very good.
Yeah. I yeah. I would have to probably go with Mossberger as a demo, maybe, or like probably uh like Jalexa, or I don't know, even
Yeah,
Andresco. Uh,
it's been a lot of time since I played with
but
Mossberger,
I
to be
think
honest.
yeah, I think Andresco is more of a Zerker main, because I just played with him yesterday, and he did a solo boss carry on us, and it was Matriarch, and he was a Zerker.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, like he told me it was his first time back on, like, I don't know, however many months ago. I think he had like a 4 or 5 month break, and then someone just hops on a game and just starts playing like that. I think, you know, he
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
hasn't lost it yet. Like, you'd expect someone to still be like kind of rusty, because I know when Forsen took his long break, he was like, he wasn't really good, so he had to like adjust.
Mm, but that's why he was playing Berserker?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think the
Because
main
I'm
reason
never playing with none of you guys. I started playing with you guys like how many months?
I, yeah, I think the main reason why he switched was because I think he just got tired of playing Zerker all the time.
Hmm. Yeah, because he wasn't trying a lot with Berserker. He was like tanking hits and giving dash.
Mm-hmm. I think he just got tired of that. Yeah, but who knows? I can save that for another podcast whenever I get Forsen on.
Okay.
Uh, but so like I know you said you were from Puerto Rico. It's
Yeah.
like hot weather down there and stuff like that. Uh, do you like what do you do outside of KF2? Like outside of like gaming in general? Like what do you normally do? What like what's an average day for you outside gaming?
Well, right now I've been like 7 months without work. That's why you always see me online.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like very hard to get work here. You can get work, but today's society is like so sensitive. Like they cannot take the job seriously, and when you take the job seriously, they like report you. Because my last job, I have been like 1 month. It's because people keep reporting me because I was too serious with them, and they're like, "Ah, I don't like your attitude," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm taking my job seriously. I'm not like you, joking around." So I have so many reports like they eventually fire me.
I
So
was
that's why it is.
I was checking the sound. Go ahead.
Uh, so that's why I've been like since December trying to get to the army. So that's why I'm going out for now. I do all the processing. Now I'm going for Monday. This Monday, 2 days. I'm going for Fort Bennings. I'm going active infantry. So at least we're gonna have a better life, like because I got tired, like not working all day at home. All the jobs I go, they're like I don't last like a month or two because I had a lot of jobs. I had fast food restaurant, supermarkets, uh, clothes shop. How do you say almacén? Storage.
Mm-hmm.
I had like 6 different jobs in last 2 years, and I'm like, "No, you know what? I'm going to do something with my life, and I'm going to go enlist." So
So
before you invited me, I was doing my backpacks. That's why I joined because what do I do now? And I see your invitation. I'm like, oh, you know what? Let's play some games. I didn't know this was going to be a podcast.
uh, yeah, no. I had no idea you were thinking about enlisting. Uh,
Yeah, I never really tell everybody because people tend to say like, don't go the Ukrainian stuff and all that stuff. You're going infantry, you're going to die. I'm like, dude, like, chill. But I know for some people it's like difficult, but it's like it's my life, bro.
yeah.
I'm going to be okay. Just you'll be the one to be okay. When I come back, then we go out.
Right. Yeah. I mean, what made you want to do it?
Hmm, staying here all day doing nothing, just playing.
Yeah.
Then I got more like gaining weight,
Mm-hmm.
and plus the COVID. Oh my god, the COVID. I'm like, dude, what COVID? Have you seen the Walmarts, the streets, the schools? Like, like what the fuck? Like, I'm here, not working.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so when I move on, I mean like September or November, the landlords, the owners of the house, or veterans of the Vietnam, and they told me in they like speech, they were like, "Hey, you're not doing anything. You can go to the army, all that stuff." And I've been since high school. I've been thinking about it, but now that I look at it now, I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. Like, at least I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah. I mean, what?
Plus, I know English. Like, I'm speaking English right now. It's not very good, my English, but I know English since little, but I never speak the language. That's why I always hop on games and pull up a mic and talk to people so I can practice my language a little bit more. Because my language is Spanish, like obviously Spanish.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Where are you
the
originally?
language
Where are you originally from?
Puerto Rico. I'm full
You
Puerto
are
Rican.
from Puerto Rico. You
Yeah,
never
we
been to any
decorate
of the you never been like
the
outside?
states.
Like no, just like internationally like Mexico or Brazil.
I've been to Jamaica, Isla Cayman,
Have you been to
Mexico.
Cerralas?
I don't remember when I got to Mexico. What part was it? It was like the southeast of Mexico.
Oh, because I've been to a few places there. I've been to Cerralas, Zorro, Mexico
Yeah.
too. It was
But
really
I
hot.
really don't like going to Mexico. If some people tell me like, let's go to Mexico, I'm like, I'm not going over there. I know that stuff's going on over there, and if they hear me speaking my foreigner Spanish, they're like, oh, it's not from here, and shank. Because I see a lot of people that in the internet that I know that is from Mexico, and when they visit some places, they get robbed or something. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
So that's why I
my
don't go
Spanish
over
is
there.
my Spanish isn't really that fluent or that good. Like
But you know some stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, that doesn't really matter. Dude. If you know some stuff, you're like, okay, I know some Spanish, but a
yeah,
little practice this will be good because
yeah. I would say like when I was playing with Stefroff Brazil and Luis Eduardo, they would teach me some Portuguese here and there because they were from Brazil and
yeah,
like I would like
Portuguese is basically like Spanish but different, especially French and Italian because it's the same. Those four languages came from the Latin language.
yeah. So they all have their like little twists.
Yeah, ever since.
Hmm. Yeah, but again, not too fluent on either of those. Uh,
Yeah. That's
so
why when I sometimes when you speak one of the four languages, like I speak Spanish, like okay. When I hear some people speaking the other three languages, sometimes you can like understand a little bit what they're saying because it's basically the four languages are the same root. So sometimes you can see like "Cómo estás?" like "How are you?" So you can sometimes hear it from the French and the Italian. You can you can see like a little twist, but you can sometimes understand those languages, but not full, but some parts.
yeah, definitely. Um, but getting back to Killing Floor 2
Killing floor.
now, switching the subject. Uh, like how what year did you start KF2? Like what year did you like start actually
Playing.
like hopping on the game?
So I've seen Killing Floor since like 2019, but I never knew it was on console. So when one of my friends like, oh, let's play this game, I'm like, no, I seen this game before, and I started playing June 2020.
Mm-hmm. June 2020. So that was
Yeah, June.
only like a few years ago.
Yeah, almost 2 years.
You're making me feel like a old head, bro. Because I was playing since 27, since like the end of 2017, early 18.
Damn.
Yeah, I hopped on this game right when Ashwood Asylum came out. Yeah,
That was for Halloween, right? Like Halloween from 2017.
yeah. Mm-hmm. That was the Halloween update.
Yes, I should have 2020. And for
Um,
2020, having all perks, max prestige level except Berserker because I don't play Berserker. It's really not good, right? to be honest.
Mm. Yeah,
But
it
to be
seems
honest, I've
like
been playing this game all day, all day, all day, all day because the only thing I play sometimes.
every time I hop on this game, there's always like some new players wanting to play, or like there's like someone new that's like hopping on like every other day, just trying to get into like a random Hell on Earth game, you know?
Yeah, I started playing the Hell on Earth like on I believe like the summer 2021
Okay.
when I started being like really good to the game. I started playing Suicidal, and I keep playing Suicidal, Suicidal, Suicidal. Then I hop onto Hell on Earth and learning the all the mechanics of the sets, their attacks, their movement speed, and how many dots you're gonna get on each wave, the damage, resistance. So I've been studying the game a lot. And now you have all the knowledge. Now you play Hell on Earth like for the funs. Because when I played the weekly that came out, the Cranium Cracker, and it isn't hard. When I played that and I see all the sets like walking, I'm like, yo, they can walk? I'm like, wait, what is this? This is like so easy. Like, damn, I never knew like at this point, like they've been playing this game so much on hard earth. Like when you play suicidal and hard, and you're like, wait, they didn't even damage me. Like you take a hit and you're like 3 damage.
Yeah, sometimes they can just be so easy, like you just don't really realize
Yeah, when I
you're
see a
playing Hell on
stalker,
Earth.
if you see a stalker on Hell on Earth in crawlers, you have like 1 second they can drain your health. But when you play hard, they're like and 10 damage. I'm like, what? I get one bow combo by Sirens and I die. Like, damn, this is easy.
Oh man.
But you can practice a lot on. If you have all this knowledge, you can hop back on hard and practice your recoil.
Oh man.
So that's why when I play all my gun perks, I know the recoil because I've been playing like all day, all day, all day, all day, all day. So that's why I know the recoils for some guns.
Oh yeah. Uh, what about 48 minutes in? We got about like 12 minutes left. I wanted to hit that hour mark. So I just wanted to uh ask you like a few more things, and then I'll try to wrap it up. Uh, so like, have you ever came across like any like have you ever came across any players that basically just were really good that did not talk? Like, have you ever like had a team that was just like completely silent, that had like no communication at all, that just had a job and did their job?
Yeah, I seen some randoms playing like that, like no mics, just going in.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of randoms on this game that they barely speak and they barely play. You barely see them. That when you see them game, you're like, oh, I know that person. Because you tend to know people just by how they play. If you see some people very, very good players, you're like, ah, damn, that player was good. And when they leave, like, when they come back, and sometimes you're like, oh, I know that guy. So you tend to know player by their gameplay. But when you see players playing like that, it's been a long time since I played with randoms. But yeah, there should be some time that there's some crazy people playing this game and know how to play.
Yeah,
But now
yeah,
I always get invited by you guys, so that's why I don't play a lot with randoms.
oh yeah.
Because
I try
you
to. I
basically made a community on PlayStation for this game.
Yeah, I try to keep it really low too. Like I'm tired of just being the one. I usually just do call outs and listen to music and that's it. And like I had a conversation with Forsey. Uh, it was a while ago, and he said like literally all he does is just get on Spotify, mute his mic, and just play the game.
Yeah. When I play seriously, I'm like, that's what I do. I'm like, stay quiet. I always say, we got Scrake, we got Flesh Bones, we got Quarter Pounders.
Yeah.
But when we're playing like a lot and a lot and a lot, and we were like, yeah, Shirley, we start talking. But when we're playing seriously, I barely talk or I barely plug my mic.
Uh huh.
Because when I start playing with you guys, I didn't use mic. But when you guys keep inviting me, and play with me, I'm like, you know what?
Uh
Let's
huh.
talk to them.
Yeah. I mean,
Because when I
uh,
start,
sorry, that was playback. I was asking people like to feel free to ask questions because I had a couple viewers listening, and I was wondering if they wanted to ask you something. Uh, I guess they're just like tuning in rather, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Like, what do I run? Some perks or something?
Yeah, what would you say like comparing your favorite perk to your least favorite perk? Like, why do you have your least favorite perk? And why do you have your
Berserker.
most favorite perk? What you like comparing your go-to perk to your least favorite perk? Like from the skills to the weapons to how you play it. Like what makes it that perk you try to stay away from it?
Well, I I always change my skills and perks. When I play Commando, okay, let's go for Commando. When I play Commando, I start the wave with all the left and the advanced training machine gunner stays there. But I always go tactical reload and tenacious in first wave. But when the second wave hits, depends on the weapon, I change tactical reload to high capacity max. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to use AK-12 or Scar H, the 401 FM4, I use high capacity max. But when I'm using the M16 and 501, I stay with that tactical reload. And you have more dodge, I change my tenacious to prepare for more ammo.
Oh, so it's
So let's go.
mostly
Let's go
just
to
based
let's
on the
yeah
weapons and
yeah.
the.
Basically, the weapons I change my skills on all my perks,
Okay,
especially commando.
okay, that's not bad.
So let's go wave four. So for wave four, I always use depend on the map and depend on the teams. So if there's no medic or there's a medic and it's not playing very well, so I change my fall for one. I always use AK-12 for the second wave,
Okay.
third wave Scar and AK-12, and fourth I sell my AK-12 to 401, 501, or FM4.
Yeah, whatever. I would usually have to use either Scar with my 501 or the other medic, the 401.
Yeah, because the 401 and the Scar H with prepare in high capacity max, it's like you have so much ammo
Yeah.
that you can just go ham on all the stuff. But if there's a
I think when you have all the ammo perks on Commando, I think that 401 has like 550 rounds, right?
I know that the 401 that's like 100 or 120, I believe. Yeah,
Like
120
altogether,
because
not just in one clip. I know one clip has 40 rounds,
yeah,
but
the 401 when you have the high capacity and the LED, you have 120
oh,
because 40 and 40 is 60 by 50% and the 100% for 60 and 60 are 120.
oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the scar goes to 60 because I always use the high capacity mag, so the scar goes with a 3 round mag plus 100%, like it's like another 30, so it's 60.
Hmm. Yeah.
Same
Uh.
goes to the AK-12 and STG, the MKB. They go to 75 on both weapon capacity. I only use that when the wave starts. When the countdown is getting low, I go switch my inlet and reload, throw to the ground, and switch to hollow point rounds.
I'm
But
only like that
I
when it
barely
comes to.
use that.
I'm only like that when it comes to my support, because I'll switch it during boss waves, because I usually run the AA-12 with the M4 upgraded,
Yeah.
and when it comes to boss rounds, usually I'll just what I if I have that survivor mentality, I'll just get the doomstick with another boomstick, or even the kaboom stick with the support, uh because you can push back and it does damage. But if I'm not like in that, if I don't have a survivor mentality, if I just want to get damage in, I just do
Yeah.
double upgraded M4 with the upgraded AA-12.
Oh yeah, I do that with the when I love support, but I don't play that much because sometimes you playing like medium and long,
Mm-hmm.
and support sometimes like
You're gonna have ammo
struggling.
anyway, so you're just gonna like leave it alone.
Yes, people are going to have ammo, but support on long plays and medium players, it's like you struggle to buy guns because the ammo is so expensive.
Yeah.
Because I use when I support, I always use high capacity magazines. I never change to tactical reload since they buffed the high capacity magazines. I
I
always
have
use
to
the
have tactical reload on. Yeah.
I always use the high capacity magazine because I always use the HC-12 and the nail gun.
I never tried the nail gun with support.
Yo, the nail gun on support, you have to try it. It's so good. With high capacity magazines and double upgraded, you can with one magazine kill 2 quarter pounders.
Hmm.
And the
That's
flashbang, you can basically kill him in almost 2 mags of the nail gun. Because remember, the flashbound quarter pounders are weakling to snarling rounds. So basically, the Eviscerator, Piranha, nail guns, HRG nail gun, and the Rhino pistols.
Hmm.
So that's why the support nail gun double upgraded with high capacity magazines. You can tear up flesh bombs and quarter pounders.
Damn.
You have to try
Uh,
it. Your high capacity magazine with nail gun support, like you're going to know the damage. You're going to see it when you see a flesh bomb quarter pounders. Watch it. You can see the health go and die because they buffed the weapon. Like now you have more tight choke. Like I don't know how many. So basically, they buffed the nail gun for accuracy and fire rate and more ammo.
I have to get that precision in that, like the penetrator, or like not the last
Armor shot.
perk, but like I have to have barrage on.
Oh
But the thing, that perk that like goes through armor or goes through Zeds more, I have to have.
yeah.
And tactical reload, I have to have the more damage. And I think the resupply for teammates.
I always use a resupply pack. I always use that because 20% more ammo. So it's basically a win-win for everybody. You get more ammo, you get armor, and I get more ammo for me.
Alright. Yeah. So that it's been about an hour, and I think I'll wrap it up here. But this was the
Sure.
first ever podcast that I did. You were the first ever guest on the first ever podcast. Do you want to say anything else before we head out?
Uh, for the audience,
Just in general.
okay. So I got one thing. So if everybody is going to do survivalist, please use different weapons, not the same weapons.
Okay, you heard it there from Death Dragon. Uh, Make sure to check me out on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Gaming at Chiguy. Make sure to look me out on KF2 whenever you see me play. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.